All right, everybody, welcome back. Today, we're going deep on something that's, well, let's be honest, it's kind of dry, but super important, especially as we all think about, that whole retirement thing.
Retirement, the golden years.
Exactly. Golden years, maybe traveling the world or finally getting around to those hobbies you always said you'd pick up when you had the time.
Yeah.
But let's be real for a sec.
Okay, getting real.
What's the big worry lurking in the back of everyone's mind when they think about retirement?
Well, I think for a lot of folks, it's that fear, right? The what if I outlive my savings fear?
Exactly. What if you carefully save and plan, but still end up short? Especially with people living longer these days, that's a real concern.
Absolutely. And that's where the topic of today's deep dive comes in. Lifetime income riders.
Ooh, sounds mysterious. But before we get lost in the jargon, what exactly are these things? We're pulling our info today from an article by Diversified Insurance Brokers, by the way. It's called Understanding Lifetime Income Riders, a game changer for retirement.
So a lifetime income rider. It's basically like an extra feature you can add to an annuity contract.
An annuity contract, just to make sure everyone's on the same page. That's basically like...
It's a financial product, right?
Yeah.
You put in a chunk of money and it makes regular payments to you. Think of it like a pension you create for yourself.
Okay, got it. So the rider is like the souped-up version of the annuity.
Exactly. It guarantees you'll keep getting those payments for the rest of your life. Even if, and this is the important part, even if the money in the annuity runs out.
Wait a minute. So even if the account hits zero, the payments just keep coming. How is that even possible?
That's the magic of the rider. It basically transfers the risk of you living a really, really long time from you to the insurance company that provides the annuity. They're betting on averages, and they have the resources to handle it.
So it's like a safety net built right into your retirement plan.
Exactly. Now, obviously, there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Right. There's got to be a catch.
There are some trade-offs to consider, sure, but the peace of mind it offers, especially for people worried about outliving their savings, that's pretty invaluable.
Yeah, I can see that. Knowing that no matter what happens in the market, no matter how long you live, you'll have at least some income coming in. That's got to feel pretty liberating.
Absolutely. Think about it. You're 85 years old, still going strong, and that monthly check from your annuity with the lifetime income rider, it just keeps coming.
You're living it up in retirement, sipping cocktails on a beach somewhere.
Precisely. And this isn't just for you, by the way. Many of these riders have options for spousal benefits.
So even if one partner passes away, the other one is still financially protected.
Exactly. That's a huge relief for a lot of couples. It's like building a legacy of security for your loved ones.
Okay, I'm sold on the security aspect for sure. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, the downsides. Because like you said, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Our article from Diversified Insurance Brokers definitely mentions some costs and things to think about.
Right, so let's break those down. The main thing to be aware of is the fees.
Fees.
Yeah, those pesky fees. They're typically a small percentage of the annuity's value each year, usually somewhere between 0.5% and 1.5%. It might not sound like much, but over time...
It adds up.
Exactly, and that's something you want to factor into your decision. There may also be some restrictions on how and when you can withdraw money from the annuity.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a regular bank account where you can just take out whatever you need, whenever you need it.
Right. It's more geared towards providing that steady income stream, not necessarily for big one-time expenses.
So you got to be pretty strategic about how you use it.
That's the idea. It's all about planning, right?
Makes sense. So with all this in mind, how can our listeners figure out if a lifetime income rider is the right move for them? What are the key questions they should ask themselves?
I'm glad you asked. First off, think about your overall goals for retirement. Do you prioritize guaranteed income above all else, even if it means potentially missing out on some market gains?
I guess it goes back to that risk tolerance thing, right?
Exactly. Some people are comfortable riding the market waves. Others prefer a calmer, more predictable financial sea.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So besides risk tolerance, what else should people consider?
Well, how worried are you about outliving your savings?
Because if that's a major concern, this rider seems like a pretty solid solution.
Exactly. It's like buying insurance against longevity risk.
Insurance for living a long life. I love that.
It's a good way to think about it. And then, of course, there's the question of your loved ones. How important is it to you to ensure your spouse or partner is financially secure, even if something happens to you?
That's a big one, especially for couples who rely on one income more than the other.
Absolutely. And lastly, think about the psychological aspect. Would having that guaranteed income stream, knowing you'll never truly be broke, Would that give you more peace of mind in retirement?
Would it free you up to enjoy life more, take risks, travel, pursue passions without constantly stressing about money? That's a powerful question to ponder. I think it really gets to the heart of what these riders are all about. It's not just about numbers and percentages. It's about creating a retirement experience that aligns with your values and aspirations.
Well said.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive into the fascinating world of lifetime income riders, just kidding, it's not that fascinating, but definitely important. I want to leave you with this final thought. Imagine for a moment that you knew you had this guaranteed income stream no matter what. How would that change your vision for retirement? Would you be more adventurous, more generous with your time and resources, more present and engaged in the moment?
Those are great questions.
It's all about making choices that lead to a fulfilling and meaningful retirement, right?
Couldn't agree more.
And of course, as always, it's wise to chat with a financial advisor who can help you navigate all the options and make the best choices for your specific situation.
Absolutely. A professional can help you personalize your approach.
Well, that's it for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of financial security and retirement planning.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, happy planning.